Well, sorry. Hey Devin, so why do you say your thing I'm called Renee by chance? Is it saying something about Renee anywhere? So sorry because I literally screwed this over. I actually joined the wet server, they say. Let me quickly check something because right now the condition is, oh, actually wet. Okay. So, welcome to today's edition of Little Streaming, as we are, okay, that closes the gap then. No, actually, I'm not Renee, but, I'm called Michi, and holy moly. Yeah, I'm driving this the very first time in rain conditions. I did some testing yesterday in the dry, where the car felt kinda okay to me, but I haven't tested it yet in the wet. Just to make sure rain tires are on though. Interesting track wetness. Maybe my graphical settings are not set very well. But usually, oh dear, I would expect the water to be really seen on the track surface. Right now it just looks very dry. Hey David Rodriguez, no, not VLMS, it's the P1 Gaming 12 Hours of Sebring tomorrow, and I'm not sure what kind of parts of the race I'm going to stream or whether I'm going to stream it at all. Tomorrow there will still be a technician from the German ISP coming over to fix something on the internet here, and other than that I probably just will try to keep the car on the track. Devin, by all means, have you done some testing in the wet? Because tomorrow I'm going to share the car with Devin Browner, also known as Devin XL here on Twitch, and with Boyan Bogdanov. Nope, I'm still on version 08, so not on 9A. Catino, thank you. Are you actually German, or did you just spell something on the Google Translate? Well, Devin, I hear you. Like right now, I have my issues making the car turn, and well, look how long it takes until the car stops on a spin. So if you have a setup that actually helps the conditions, that would be well appreciated. I need to still fix my driving on it. I feel like being way too aggressive with everything. So race start tomorrow is 1200 GMT. We're gonna do 12 hours. I'm not sure about the day-night transition, whether it's been set. I think the time scale is set to 1, so that means we will finish in the night. So headlines required, that works. Wipers required, they work as well. Brakes, they apparently seem working. Oh, that understeer. Oh, for God's sake. Yep. Devon, I absolutely hear you. Just by the first looks of it, taking any section of this track flat out seems like being apparently wrong. It's just way too easy to lose it. And you'd rather brake so early and just roll through the corners with the car and coast rather than accelerate. Yes, I agree. I feel much more comfortable with high RPM in lower gears rather than with lower RPM in higher gears. That is something I definitely learned yesterday. Where is my coffee? There we go. Yeah, bump-wise, I especially do hate Sunset Bench. You have a lap time you did around here? Since I'm more or less just desperately trying to turn in a lap that's somewhat is like, you know, just put the car on the road and go around the curbs and wait for the next straight to come. Hey Gonzalo. Oh, brakes. I'm braking so early for this hairpin, but literally so much understeer in the car, and then the torque kicks in even in first. I don't want to have that tomorrow. Oh yeah, for God's sake, no game sound, sorry. I'm not sure if I overread that, Devin, but did you tell me? No. Oh. Crap. So actually the P1 management managed to get us out a real challenge here if it rains tomorrow. Basically something I most likely not want to no worries, it's fixed now. It's just me being me with the spontaneously things done. Yeah. Very important to learn something. What is allowed to do tomorrow and what is not allowed to do. Devin, I'm still trying. No, it's not like I haven't done this at all before, but last real endurance race is quite a while ago. And you know, the car feels like being wanted to be pushed, but the entire opposite is the case, so that is still something I need to get along with. What lap times did you do in those conditions? So 2 minutes 14.4. And still 3 seconds to find here, turn 1. Just for not being stupid. Oh, don't look it up. Oh, so much torque. Even more smooth. Turn. All you need to have here tomorrow is A, the groove, and B, the rhythm. Devin, remember I'm not on your 9A evolution. And for tomorrow I got this fixed. At least if I would be at plannings. At least tires are somewhat equal in their usage. If I had one wish for tomorrow, no rain, please. In my opinion, the car is already hard enough to drive in the dry. So definitely wet conditions is the last thing I would need right tomorrow. So ACR is joining that race tomorrow with 2 cars. The one's gonna be the LMP3 I'm driving here right now, and the other one will be a meme, because that's going to be a BMW M8. Massive, huge touring car. That car will be driven by Max Barclay, Joe Pitars and Cody Blanton. Whereas I'm going here with Devin Brown, as I already said in the beginning, and Bojan Bogdanov. That's good to see both ACR Driving Academy drivers right up there. Bojan has made a huge development during the FSR season, so has done Joao. And both looking good for promotion into the main team by the end of the year. And the way that they are just putting their help and time into off-series events like this P1 Gaming 12 Hours of Sebring. Like, I think it's a known series itself, but obviously ACR just takes part in it as a fun event. It's good to see them guys up there putting their workload and knowledge and putting their time in. But they definitely got the right mindset for the future. I look forward working with them guys together here on the team. So I better be prepared for wet conditions right tomorrow. I think what they did at P1 Gaming is they set up a real road with rain and then simply saved it and now put it on and put sun over there. Well, I would not consider my lap times consistent, but I think that is more because I have huge inconsistency in turn 1 and the final turn. All the other parts are more or less okay. All this stuff here is quite difficult. The problem with this Sebring track is I do not feel any connection to the car whatsoever. It just feels like sliding over all bumps. we're still speaking about the official Studio 397 content here. The Endurance Pack. Sebring as a racetrack. I think I'm flat spotting them tyres. So once again, the race is going to be right tomorrow there. Race start is 1200 GMT, which makes it 2 PM European, Central European summertime. And I think 5 AM for Pacific Standard. And the race will be broadcasted on the P1 Gaming YouTube channel. Once again, I'm not too sure, or not really decided yet, what we're going to be streaming, either from my channel or from the ACR channel or from the Facebooks. Is damage off? Okay. How did that not break my car now? Incredibly hard, to be honest. Okay, so we got a 2 minutes 11:0. Boah, yeah. This is quite bad driving as well, but we did 10 laps now without entirely nailing it into the wall, which is good. I want to see a handful of people tomorrow keeping it clean into first place if it rains. Hey Herman, no, I'm not going to compete in the VLMS. I'm going to compete in the Virtual Endurance Championship this winter though. So that will be the place to be for me. Oh, no, stop it. Nice wet conditions. Yeah, I hear you, Martin, I understood it. I was just replying in the same manner. Quite exhausted, to be honest. I had to do a lot of surplus hours and work today. Usually I stop working 2 PM and I left the office at 5. Makes it a 45-hour work week this week. Well, you know, you come home and basically you go back to work immediately. Since we're now doing the final practice in wet conditions for tomorrow's race. How about you though? Getting ready for F1 Esports? Hey there, Rich. I need to see what Virtual Le Mans is about really there in rFactor 2. Yeah, it's interesting, Martin, isn't it? The first time you really go to it, you're like, oh, I'm not really sure, but at some point you kinda understood how this game works, how the car works, how the tracks and curbs and stuff work, and then yeah, I agree with you. The more soft you drive it, I think it, ironically, this F1 2018 favors a lot the driving style of iRacing. Smooth, calculated, controlled, not too much steering input and stuff. That is all, not want to say quality, but all kind of skills you need in order to be quick in F1 2018. So proper driving will be really awarded this year. I'm going to look forward to seeing that. Oh, Mr. Björn Hagemann. I had to borrow their car yesterday in testing since I exited the pits in Spet and somehow didn't make it in time to serve the pen. And I was disqualified with a session of 10 guys being in there, so well I was like, okay, let's just hop into one of the cars of the opponents and do some driving. I'm sure, Martin, you would do a lot better than me right now in this as well, since not only the setup but the car also supports that style of driving you just have to do for F1 2018 right now. So I'm kind of confused now. Does it dry out? Or is it me just going quicker by better driving? At least the server is being marked as a wet server, so I expect it to be like static and wet. I'm pretty sure about that, Martin, right now. Yeah, but the style of driving really is kind of comparable at the minute. I mean, not rFactor 2 in general, but this car in those conditions on that track is pretty like the less input of whichever whatever nature, the better it is for your lap time. Either it's just steering or pedal input, whatever. The more smooth you're going around, the quicker the car gets. So if you want to start pushing, you need to start to calm down and get another chill pill and even more. Filippo, it seems so. I'm not sure where the tyre cliff though is with those wet tyres. At some point they obviously will start dropping pace-wise a lot. I have no idea where this spot is. Okay, so the online wetness is 0%. What? Sure not. It must dry out, to be honest. Exit of 6 was so easy flat out now and controllable. Same with this one. Just look at the time delta now. That's we finally rip it into the wall. To be honest, that is not really what I expect to be a rain server. Seems really like it has rained and now it's standard 1 scale improvement on the railroad. Especially if I look at my lap times, I mean, counting out of here and I'm putting new tyres on over a second and a half quicker. I think that's a clear message though. Yeah. Oh, Martin, I hear ya. The inconsistency of the AI is a pain in the butt. In some corners they dive bomb you out of nowhere, and the next corner when they are ahead they like brake check you after the exit or after the apex. Yeah, let me guess. They are kinda okay in Australia. They beat your ass over at Bahrain, where you have like 0 chance, and then you come to China, where you can like win like this more or less. So I've just asked Björn real quick. And I think he's the very same opinion than I am. Well, anyway, that kind of brings it for the end of this stream. Because basically I do have handball right now, so some physical practice going on, and then I'm gonna take a deep nap maybe, and be ready for tomorrow's race, starting at 1200 GMT. So if you guys want to join us, feel free to do so. I'm trying to get some messages out on Facebook on what's the current status and stuff. So you may want to follow the ACR social media. Other than that, as soon as my internet works fine, I'm planning to do streaming of my stints. And yeah, that is literally it. What goes on right there at the business right here. Sul Hazvan Fauci, thank you so much for subscribing to this channel. Welcome to the show. Yeah, Martin, what happened to me in... Was it? I think it was that track. Yes, it was it. What happened to me in that, just as a bombshell in the end, what happened to me at A1 or Red Bull Ring is 18 minutes short qualifying. First 4 minutes dry, then rain in the qualifying, and well, I started qualifying with a fuel system error, so 5 minutes of repair, got sent out when it's wet, started dead last. I took new engine parts, I dive bombed the hell out of people in turn 1 and 2, and it was like P11 after the first 2 or 3 turns, or I was P9 or something. And in the end I won that race in the McLaren. 105 AI strength though, but still somewhat unexpected, I would say. So yeah, that is the thing about F1 2018. It's a weird game, isn't it? So, it is what it is though, so it's the same for everyone. What a stupid racing driver proverb that is, isn't it? Same for everyone. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Maybe we see each other later if I do some further testing or driving. I'm not quite sure yet what's going on. And other than that, we will see tomorrow and over the weekend. Thank you so much for watching. Happy Friday to everyone. Go out, grab your friends and chill in the bar or something. Enjoy yourself there. Have a nice weekend all together. See you there. Goodbye.